We're learning the 55-year-old man charged with ethnic intimidation in Grand Haven has a reputation for spouting racial slurs and threats at this Grand Haven apartment complex. Kenneth Schmidt faces 2 years in prison if convicted of writing a racial slur on the wall of an apartment an African-American maintenance man was painting. 24-hour News 8's Joe LaFergie is live at that apartment complex tonight. He joins us with more now. Joe.
Yes, so the apartment in question, with that latest incident, he's in that building right there. Kenneth Schmidt, the suspect in this case, lives in this building just a short walk away. Now, it was an incident, another one with racial overtones in this same apartment complex in the same building, which led to Schmidt being developed as a suspect in that first case. Residents here at the Williamsburg Court apartment say they weren't surprised when Kenneth Schmidt was led from the building in handcuffs yesterday.
I just think he's just blowing hot air most of the time.
Then came the night music from the apartment above. Kenneth Schmidt's apartment started pounding the walls at 4 in the morning.
Hey, look, you're making a lot of noise, and my daughter's trying to sleep. I'd appreciate if you could calm down. We shook hands. Everything seemed cool.
Hours later, a sticky note appeared on Davis's door. Everything wasn't cool.
I said, if you come up to my door like that again, somebody's going to get hurt, and I promise.
The reason Schmidt was not charged in that case provides a lesson on how Michigan's ethnic intimidation law is written, the fine line that separates using words, even hateful ones, from becoming a crime. In order to charge someone with a 2-year felony, one of 3 criteria needs to be met. The suspect has to cause physical harm to the victim, has to cause damage to personal property, and finally, the prosecutor has to determine whether the suspect had a reasonable ability to carry out the threat. The note on the door didn't meet any of the criteria. Schmidt never threatened Davis face-to-face in a physical manner. There was no physical damage to property, no reasonable proof that the threat would actually be carried out. But in the latest incident, in which an African-American maintenance man found "We don't want N-word working here" scrawled across the wall of an apartment he was painting, the property destruction criteria was met. And the charge they couldn't get Schmidt on earlier helped this case.
He was identified as a suspect early on.
As for the victim in the earlier case, Ray Davis says Schmidt deserves time behind bars.
But at the same time, I sort of feel bad for him, because if you know the guy, because I know he's a guy with mental issues and has problems like that, and it's sort of like the thing he was raised with or whatever, so it's kind of like just pushed off on him. And he was a nice guy, but it's just like I don't know what it was.
Grand Haven's public safety director tells me if there was anything positive to come out of all this, it is really the way the community has responded, the way the dialogue has been opened up, and people are talking about race in the area much more freely and much more openly right now. That effort is set to continue. Live in Grand Haven, Joe LaFergie, 24-hour News 8.